All right, live tour with Brian Branscombe, 777FO. Brian and I are used to working with each other over the middle of the ocean, flying the 777 all the way across to Sydney. So it's the first time I got to work with Brian on the ground here. We're here at the Northern California Classic Aerobatic competition in Tracy, California. And I just had a wonderful interview with Sean Tucker is here. I'll be posting that right after this video. So we got over 42 aircraft. Sean's brand new game bird is that gray one tucked inside that hangar there. This is also home of the, what's the name of this flight school, Brian? Tradewinds or no?
Skyview.
Skyview Flight School, big 141 flight school. But Brian's gonna give us a tour of the flight line here. There's this beautiful S1S Pitts here that happens to be for sale. You've probably seen it on Barnstormers. I've looked at it at Barnstormers. It's beautiful. There's a beautiful Extra 300 flown by a gal named Jan. There's the 206. Been living the life of Riley, just flying around, camping around, and then coming to events like this. I'm helping him announce today. There's a Pitts S2B, another S2C, Satabria, some of the 172s. What do we got here? That's an extra.
What is a game bird, probably.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a game bird.
There's a game bird and an MX here.
MX?
There's several game birds.
Here's Corey Lovell's Sukhoi from the Patriot Jet Team Acro demonstration team. Is that an early extra?
There's a 200.
Extra 330 SC, so that's the single cockpit, the hottest, latest new model from the Extra Aircraft Company. What do we got here? Another Pitts with a big engine. Now, what do you think this extra? This looks like an early model extra here. This is kind of what you're looking for, huh, Brian?
Always daydreaming.
And what is that over there? Single seat beast. So again, over 42 aircraft have been having.
That might be the Staudinger, or I don't know how you pronounce it. But they all have the weird tail. There's 3 airplanes with the same basic tail design. The MX, the Game Bird, and the Staudinger.
Okay, there's another big old Sukhoi. There's that Kristen Eagle with the giant engines for sale on Barnstormers. There's a Decathlon, a Pitts S2A. I tried to get into the cockpit of the Pitts S2A to see if I could still fit, and I'm afraid I can't fit in that thing very well anymore. I mean, I could get in there once I get in there, but getting my feet in and out of there is pert nigh impossible. So it was really hard to get in and out of the cockpit of a Pitts. A Kristen Eagle, I fit really good in. Extra 300, there it is, the Pitts S2A. I had a heck of a time getting in and out of that. So we're doing aerobatic competition all afternoon here. 42 planes and pilots flying all 5 categories of aerobatic competition. I tried that Kristen Eagle, fit a lot better in that. There's my little S1S right there, the single seat Pitts. Here's another one right here.
Now this is a Gile with a similar tail design that the MX inherited.
The Gile, yeah. Another Decathlon. And so here's where the judges are. So we got, everybody's got to volunteer. If you have 42 aircraft and pilots, every single one of them's got to also volunteer to help put on this contest. So we've seen that Pitts on a YouTube video recently too, I think.
Some young, enthusiastic people are flying that.
Some young, that's great to see the young generation back out here.
Marina, I think they're people that do that beast stuff.
Swing by and show this guy practicing here a little bit. So see this guy doing his choreography here? He's just been recently handed an unknown sequence of maneuvers he's got to fly, so he's practicing them, getting these maneuvers into his head right now. He's referencing his Arresti chart and then practicing them on the ground before he flies. And here's the judges out here. You got 5 judges. Here's how it works with the aerobatics. You start with generally you start with a known set of maneuvers. Each maneuver is worth 10 points, like golf, I suppose. And then you go fly it and start messing up the maneuver and getting points removed. So the person with the higher score at the end wins the contest. So 5 judges add up all their scores, and you take that sum, and that's your overall score. And then you'll you'll fly in different categories and events depending on your skill level. So we're in between events right now. The judges are taking a break. It's only about 105 degrees out here at Tracy today, our first big heat wave of the season. And that recording, you're still recording, are you? Just starting? All right. So she's got to work as a recorder, so the judges give them their scores. Somebody's got to write those numbers down, and then somebody's got to record them, and then they got to run them over to that building over there and record those scores, and then add it all up and figure out who's going to be the winner. And then later on tonight, there'll be a big banquet. There'll be a big banquet party at the Patriots jet team hangar in Byron, California. A great, big, nice event. I've done a video or two over there before, and that'll be a great way to wrap up the weekend. And these guys have been at it all weekend long. That's the thing with aerobatics. There's no money to be had in aerobatic flying. It's just money spent, time spent out here in the baking hot weather. All out here to make good pilots better. Aerobatic competition. And check out this interview with Sean Tucker. He really nails it as he's out here. After decades of airshow flying, he's coming back to compete in competition aerobatics for the first time in like 37 years at the intermediate level. Just an amazing story. Check it out. Thanks for your support. We'll see you here. Off to the next Vagabond adventure in the 206. I think I'm going to go to the 6,000 foot elevation where it's a little cooler tonight.
Good plan.
I've got a cot. See you here.